had invited Yuliya Morenets to speak, and her flight was cancelled yesterday, so she hasn't been able to come here. So I'm going to read her contribution. Okay. So I think you can see, yeah. So Yuliya is the board chair of Together Against Cybercrime, which works on the empowerment of users in the field of safe and responsible internet, child online protection, and internet governance issues. She belongs to a number of different international organizations dealing in cybercrime and cybersecurity, and has authored or co-authored a number of regulatory texts in different countries and advises governments and private sector entities on cyber securities. And she has co-initiated Youth IGF and a variety of working groups on better participation of vulnerable groups in the information society. And she is a former member of the MAG, of the organising group for the multi-stakeholder group for IGF. And just so that you know, they're based, so Youth IGF is actually based in Strasbourg. So for those of you who go to Strasbourg, you can do what I do, which is you can meet them regularly while we're there, once a month. It's a good opportunity to go and see some of the projects that they're doing and have some really good discussions with some of the active young people in IGF. So you do have an information sheet about Youth IGF here as well, which I won't read, but I'm going to read the presentation that Yuliya would have given to you if she could have been here today. So first of all, she regrets not being here, and particularly wants to thank the European Parliament and the EIF for this opportunity and the invitation to speak. Today, the Youth IGF movement is a movement of young people which was born in Europe, in France. The movement is not a summer school, it's not a one-shot event, it's not a conference, it's a constant movement. The project is operated by Together Against Cybercrime. And the main idea behind it is that young people across the world come together in a voluntary capacity to discuss internet governance-related aspects. In 2017, more than 30 countries across the world joined the movement and organised national or local debates. Interestingly enough, only 8 of those are countries in Europe, okay? And I think that perhaps, sorry, this is me making a comment there, but I think that perhaps goes against some of our perceived perception, some of our perceptions about all things related to the internet, which we often think that we're at the center of it, okay? And I think when you hear this about the IGF youth, you can understand that it's not something that is Eurocentric, okay? Generally, the young people who applied to become leaders of the movement organized national debates with other young people. And national senior leaders and different stakeholders also participate remotely or on-site in these organised debates. The young leaders engage other young people who then, by discovering the field, join the movement, and it is a constant process. 3 main objectives lie behind the debates: the promotion of education on internet governance, participation in the decision-making process in the information society area, and awareness-raising topics related to internet governance, such as safe and responsible internet, based on a train-the-trainer approach. A number of national projects and activities have been created at national levels as a fruit of the movement. And I think that you will see that if you go to the Youth IGF in Geneva. I think you will get a feel for what young people are doing in their individual countries. The project is funded by URID, ICANN, VeriSign, RIPE, NCC, French national and local authorities, but other partners are very welcome. So if you're out there and you might want to be a partner, I think you need to turn up. You need to go and meet Yuliya and the young people and express your interest in supporting them. They particularly want to thank the European Commission and the European Parliament, as well as the whole EU delegation to the IGF, for our constant support in an open dialogue with members of the youth IGF movement. And this will continue beyond the next elections. And I know lots of people here are thinking about 2019, but the Youth IGF is not going to stop because there are European elections. Okay. And from IGF 2017, they expect to have a fruitful dialogue between members of the EU delegation to the IGF and the Youth IGF movement during the open forum, which is on Tuesday the 19th, from 9 to 10 in the morning, and an exchange of views during that dialogue on topics such as cybersecurity, local content. They also expect to find out, together with the EU delegation to the IGF, a mechanism, or identify a mechanism that can allow a constant consultation of the youth IGF members on topics around the digital agenda for Europe, so that it considers the youth voice. So I suppose for me and for Yuliya and the youth IGF, the best thing that could come out of this meeting on that Tuesday morning is a concrete proposal about a mechanism whereby young people can be properly included in internet governance going forwards. So them having a presence here at this preparation meeting is really part of setting the stage for that. Okay. And now we're going to move on to the third speaker, who is Pierce O'Donoghue, who's Acting Director for Future Networks at DG Connect. Okay, Pierce, the floor is yours.